Before we start off with today's episode, make sure to check out the Fuku store below and use the discount code for 20% off your entire purchase. Fuku.xyz. Be bold. Be you. What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sunday's premiere, where today we're going to be looking actually at 슈퍼주니어 and the Callin behind the scenes. Now, the reason why I want to have a look at this is generally I really enjoy looking at behind the scenes of any type of videos because it just gives you a better in-depth understanding on what actually happens behind the scenes. How long does something take to prepare? How long does it take to make, a finished version of the MV? Like, how long are they on set? Sometimes these videos are really just pumped within 1 or 2 days. Sometimes it can even take a week. It depends on the production, of course, and sometimes it can even take an hour. But I would just say, let's jump right into the video, see what 슈퍼주니어 has to offer with their MV, at least the behind the scenes of Callin. And I'm really curious, guys, and I'm here in the chat as well. If you have anything to talk about, please just talk about it. I'm here for you guys. But I think a lot of you guys will appreciate it as well, how much work goes into making these sets. So let's have a look. Like, maybe they even show some of the animations, at least to say how they were constructed, the ideas behind it. I would love to know that, but we will only find that out bit by bit. So I would just say, let's get into the video and let's watch. Are subtitles on? English, okay. Hold up, that's actually super cool. I thought the snowflakes were fake, but they are actually real, or are they even fake here? The main reason why I'm saying that is because I see the snowflakes, but I don't see them on the floor. So they could actually just be fake overall, and they added the same filter into this video. That's okay. It can happen. I really have to give hats off to the people who do these translations. It's really just top notch, like they really even explain what's currently happening just in case you don't understand it. Really nice. Wow, just look at the set on the behind set. Let's where was it? All of a sudden it twists. There we go. You can just see how many lights they're using. They want to make sure that everything is lit up properly. What's also very interesting here is that you have these 2 spotlights here. They're shining up to these mirrors, if not understanding, and with the mirrors, they shine back to the stage. I don't understand the effect of it. I have never seen it, but that is so interesting to look at. It might be that the mirrors give a little bit of a ripple effect to the lighting, makes it even softer. That could be it. Or they were looking basically for like a window effect, as if, because the light will only be reflected in a square. And if the light is very strong, you would more or less get a perfect square lighting. That one might have been the reasoning as well. I don't remember it from the set, but maybe if we see the scene again, we might actually analyze it, because they might have gone for as if it was like a window effect. Could be. But really nice.
자, 여기는 제 자리입니다. 여기는 뮤직비디오 촬영장입니다. 우리 컬링 오랜만에 켄지 누나와 함께
Really
작업을
cool.
한 갓띵곡이죠.
I also like that the words that we see here are also the lyrics, if not mistaken. I've translated part of it, and then you see some of these words. Really nice. I wonder how they actually printed such a massive sheet. Like, who does that? But what I really think happened is just that it's different elements, and they cut them and glue them all together. But very nice. It reminds me a little bit of being in a newspaper, if that makes sense. They were trying to integrate a newspaper effect here, but it's really nice. Well, I don't know if it's 100% a newspaper because it's not a newspaper that they went with, but it's just nice to see what they still did with it, It's really interesting. There's the normal jib again, the crane.
맞춰볼게. 난로가 있어. 난로? 어디가 있어? 자, 주머니 4개 중에 여기 뒷주머니 오른쪽 엉덩이만큼 오른쪽만 흔들었어. 왼쪽 엉덩이 흔들었어. 앞에
That's actually very clever. I never thought about it. These little things that if you snap them, you can basically have like they already said, a hand heater. That's actually really smart to just have them on your body in case you're actually going out to a cold set, because those things actually keep you warm. I've never thought about it, but it's very nice that they still provided it. Poor girl here. She's like, can I just do my work, please? Yeah, you saw that hand movement? Let's look at that again. You can literally, she's like, okay, it's time for me to do it. Nope. Ain't gonna happen.
왼쪽 엉덩이 뒤에.
그게 뭐 거기에 뭐가 있다고?
날로.
Ah, you see, there it is.
의심하지 마. 넌난 못 이겨.
카메라
It's actually really good though, you know, that they themselves want to have the best production, so they take out their own phones and they want to memorize the lyrics again, you know. Only because you make lyrics doesn't mean that you remember them all the time. I've worked on so many projects as well where at the end of the day I start forgetting stuff as well. So it's really good what they're doing here, and you know, it shows some ambition about the group. Really nice.
카메라 음악
You can clearly see that even though they're smiling, I don't know if they're going to continue with the shot itself, but it might be that they're still going to go with it, see what they can get out of it, because hey, a shot is a shot, you know? If you can film it and it still looks good, use it. Only because there was laughing in front of it doesn't mean you have to actually show it. Man, this must be so frustrating, you know? It's even more frustrating because you're with many more people. If you were a soloist, then it's much easier to make fuck-ups, you know? But in case of here, it's a little bit more frustrating because you're doing it with a team, and if you let yourself down, you let the entire team down. But it's okay. There we go. Really cool. I remember BTS, they were trying to make a video as well in this type of style that, you know, this bedroom song, I don't know, it really just failed for me. Like, I thought that was so bad that I don't even understand why they uploaded something that terrible. It was just shit, you know? And here they should have just gone with such a, you know, they should have done something like this, you know, and they have the budget for it. It's not as if they are poor or anything as a group, and especially as an entertainment group. They should have just gone out and actually filmed something like this in a very nice environment where they can have this very humble moment with the fans, like they're doing with this video. Here, they actually nailed it.
다리 시렵잖아. 발꼬락. 실내화 신고 있으면.
By the way, really quick tip or just information. If you go into these studios, it's really fucking cold actually, you know, because there is no heating elements. It's literally just a steel cage. And I don't know when they filmed this, but March, and I think there was still snow going on, you know, during this time. It was a really cool period, even in Germany. But this is really just something that you have to prepare for. These places are freezing. There is just no heaters, and it's just utterly crap. But then again, why would you have it, you know? It's only a storage place at the end of the day. But then again, the light should also be really warm.
죄송합니다. 규현님 뒤로 한 발자국만 갈게요. 네, 조금만요.
So they are real particles?
네, 오케이입니다.
Okay, now I can see it. So here they are actually real. Okay, I take it back. The places or the whatever, the snow effect, they are actually real. Okay, okay. Take that off my list. You can actually see the yellow paper on the floor. Okay. It's kind of funny though, you know, that this is a winter song and they're actually freezing on set. Like, they're not even wearing shoes, you know? Like, I can imagine how cold it is for them.
음악.
Another scene, different people. What, I don't know what happened, but
다시 가겠습니다.
something happened. You see, not all the members are here, which is kind of cool. Really cool. Damn.
어떻게 오케이가 나?
That voice, people, that voice, it's real. Oh my God. It's always nice to hear the real voices actually on set, you know? Really cool.
야, 려욱이처럼 불렀잖아.
아 마스터가 된 건가 저게? 네. 이거 원래 들으면 이거 안 되거든.
규현님으로 넘어가서 할게요. 네, 어깨 좀 한 번만 잡아주세요.
Really cool. Helping each other.
네, 본인 파트십니다. 네, 2분 8초부터 틀게요.
근데 앞에 조금
I wonder who the woman is actually talking. Is she the director or not? Because the woman, if not mistaken, she also says that, director, could you come back here again? So I wonder who this person is actually. You know, is it the person who is like this assistant director? Hard for me to tell. He really forgot to do the lip sync. Unbelievable. You know, small things like that can really just happen on set. Very nice. Oh, imagine if that hits his head.
뭐야? 지금 뭐 하는 거야? 아, 진짜 마지막 다 끝났는데.
야, 그거 왜 들어보냐고 그때 갑자기.
잘하나
마지막까지 감정 딱 잡고 있어.
아메발레 축구.
다 나가.
잘하나 본 거야.
다 가면 할래요.
You can really just see that this group is like, you know, a brotherhood. They are really just enjoying what they're doing here, and that's cool. I can't imagine though how much is being filmed in the set. You can really just see that this was one of the longest bits actually in the entire filming stage, you know? Yeah, it's cold. If you have to wear these type of jackets, it's freezing. They're really trying to bully him, no? Come on, slap him. Give him a little slap. Give him a little pushy wushy. Hold up, he's actually filming it. Did someone in any way upload this to Instagram or something? Like, if there's a channel that I can follow, then please just put it in the comments or in the chat. I would love to know if they actually uploaded any back or behind the scenes sections. So I follow a few of the guys from Super Junior, but not all of them. But maybe there's a general content, you know, like, you know, for behind the scenes. If you do know it, put it in the comments or in the chat. This is really cool to see, though. Really, really nice to see. Hold up, I just noticed there's this black bar above me. One sec, guys. I apologize for that. You will be looking at a little bit of a black bar. One sec. I didn't want it. Is it gone now? It should be gone now. Yep, it's gone. Great. Sorry for that, guys. At least I noticed it now rather than never at all. What is that sound?
방해꾼들이 너무 많아.
So these are the sets that I also thought were a little bit interesting, but yeah, you could see clearly that it was a studio. But I'm happy that they still got some natural aspects, you know, those freezing colors inside of it. You know, the plants you see when it's freezing outside, especially in Germany. I can also imagine in Seoul, you more or less see these dead trees, these dead whatever it is. What is this actually called? Hay, if not mistaken. I don't know what it is, but the point is these are the colors that you see, you know, these really dead yellowish colors. Really nice that they thought about it. And also fits very much with the light.
제발 그것 좀 하자. 나 너무 창피해. 나 부끄러워. 아, 이 노래 저 진짜 좋은 거 같아.
The song is nice, not gonna lie. I want to know how they did the animations though.
가이드를 듣고 이 노래를 연습을 했는데 규현이 약간 편하게 보잖아요.
So for this scene, I thought it was a little bit, how do I say it? I didn't like it too much purely because they have a projector and it's also shooting at him. So they're only using one source of light. I understand what they were going with, but then again, I wish they just did it a little bit different where they maybe had a projector just behind him showing the fireworks. And I don't know, it's there's something about it that I like about it, in the sense that it's cheap what they did here. Like, it's good, you know, I like to be cost efficient as well. But it's also, it's not, I don't know, it doesn't do anything for me, especially for in this video, if that makes sense. It just seems like a last minute change.
아, 규현이가 주는 그 목소리에 그 덤덤한 슬픔이 있어.
Or a last minute add-on to the video.
너무 오글거리는데? 예, 20대 때는 어떻게 이렇게 뻔뻔하게 했는지 모르겠어요.
You can see the sheer amount of focus that has to happen, you know, for the set to be really good. I mean, even for them, it's, you know, you still have to put yourself into a different persona. It's tough, but it's really cool to see this as well, you know, to see how many items they have to go through, you know, before they can get it right. Or how many sets, how many cuts. Really cool. You see the personal scenes, the close-ups, you know, a little bit of an intimate moment between one of the members. It's always nice to have that in videos as well. They really had that under control, especially with this video. Everyone had their time to shine. He really just nailed it in one go. Do you guys believe that? Do you think he nailed it all in one go? Holy crap, that's good. Jesus, man. Good for you, man.
불쌍해 보인다. 얘는 왜 헤어진 거래 그래서?
Very good. Really good emotions. You know, some people are just more confident, some people are less confident. That's okay. You just have to do it multiple times on the shot.
I can let you go.
Really good. What's gonna happen? I must say they're really focused though on the smallest of details. Like it's something small, but you can see that there's some of that stuff, you know, that some of that fake snow that's basically on his hair. And they're like, can we remove it, please? Like, it's small details like that you just need to have an eye on. If you don't like it, you just be honest about it and you mention it. We don't want it, let's remove it. Because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that everything looks as good as possible. It's such a small factor, a lot of people will not notice it, but it's good that directors and people that are behind the scenes think about these elements. You know, you always want to have the best element out there, you know, or the best production out there that you know that, oh man, I should have taken it away. But in that case, you already did. So it's a small thing that you don't have to worry about later on. Really good. Really, really good. Always really good when I do that. Always good as well that the director is guiding him, like, bit by bit. You're never alone on set. That's the one thing that you have to remember. You're never alone. There are enough people there that will guide you through the set. Only because the camera is rolling doesn't mean it picks up everything. You have to remember that. It's all about what they do at the end. Very, very cool to see this. Good for you. Second. No, this is the third personal shoot, no? Yeah. What is that, a grape? Like, literally, what's he playing with? An ice cube, oh my god.
옷이 딱 이 옷이에요. 35년도에
그런 느낌을 찍고 있는 중인 거죠.
2022년 배우기.
Really good though. I love the communication. I didn't see so much communication yet with any other groups. Like you can see there's like whoever's directing it, the woman, she's just communicating nonstop with what she expects for them to do next. Really, really nice. Communication makes anything run very smoothly. The lip sync is spot on as well. Like, you can really see that they're trying to aim to make sure that it looks as good as possible also for the camera. Hold up, finally we have something cool. So they're shooting at 48 frames per second, so they can basically slow it down by half to 24 frames per second. The shutter is at 180. We have an ND at 0.6, so they have it a little bit darkened down with a filter on top of it. I ISO at 800, I would say. I don't know what EI stands for, to be honest. That's something new. But white balance at 5600. Again, 5600 is just a standard. It's the most natural white balance that is out there, so it's actually quite good. And they're shooting at 4K. Really good.
네. 네, 오케이입니다. 감사합니다.
Really good. It's so beautiful to see, you know, these kind of videos. It just puts so much attention to the details, and it's just, for me, you know, it just makes me think like, man, whenever I go to my next project, I want to make sure that I do my most as well. It's not that I just want to ignore the small details and say, it's fine, no one will see it. But as long as I see it, I know that other people can see it as well. That is the entire problem. And I love the coordination, what's happening here. It's just spot on. Really beautiful. Really top notch. Also really nice with the shutters here. Let's go back there actually. I really like those small elements. So the shutters here, of course they want to hide what's actually behind the shutters because there's nothing, it's a studio. But the shutters also give a very nice effect with the colors, you know. It gives a bit of a ripple effect because the light is shining with these small little lines here, you know, the small little gaps, as I can say so, through the shutters. And it looks really good. I just didn't really understand why, you know, with the animations, it's very cold outside, so everything is blue, but then when you come inside as well, it's actually very brown like this, or very warm colored. It's a little bit questionable why they went with this choice, but I like the colors anyway, you know. It's very, very nice. Very rich, very noble looking, a little bit sad. Really good color templates they took here. Or color tables, yeah.
이렇게 하면 되잖아요, 캐나마이. 디엔이는 막
That's true, no? You have to get used to the different concepts. You know, one is a little bit more easier, the other one is more about dancing. Like, I really enjoy D&E. Like, what do you think? Do you think D&E is a good group or not? I like them a little bit more. I mean, it's only two of the people, you know, but I really actually like them because they're full of energy. I hope there's going to be another comeback with them soon as well. Look at that gear though, it's beautiful, no? Really top notch. Really cool. So they filmed this actually before the new year. When was it released again? Didn't that release it only like a week ago, if not mistaken? Man, that's I can understand why it's scored then. Really nice as well. I thought this was a really cool shot. Holy crap. For a second I thought this was Taemin. Taemin also had this hairstyle. I don't know for what videos, but I think it was more or less like the 1920 era, if not mistaken. I thought this could have been Taemin if you ignore the face a little bit, if you just focus on the haircut. Really, really good. Again, let's focus on that a little bit because I want to give a compliment on that. So normally, if you're a professional, you just want to make sure that once the camera is rolling, you don't want to stop any more time. So what you can see is happening here. They're practicing. You can see they're practicing, and then all of a sudden, it just dies off, no? So instead, what he's doing, he's really just being quick now, and he's actually just making sure that there is a second one while the camera is running. Look at this. Quick, 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 quick. We're getting there, putting it on and get quickly into scene again. How professional is it? This is why you pay the premium for these people. They work on their own initiative. You don't have to interfere anymore, and that is the beauty of it. It makes it easier for everyone working in the background, and more people should just open up their fucking eyes for once and do the same. You know, you are the professional on the set. You're being filmed. You should know what you need to do. You don't always need the director to tell you, hey, can you light up another one? No, do it by your own incentives. There are small things like that that are just so important, and sadly, even when I go sometimes on filming sets, you just need to guide them non-stop instead of them just doing it by themselves. Always a question, should I not? Just do it. It doesn't hurt.
저를 비롯해서 다른 멤버들이 이번에는 분위기 있는 남자로 여러분들 앞에 나가갈 것 같습니다.
Again, doing it again. Really cool. And now with the lip sync is going on. Ah, crap. I don't know if that was supposed to happen, to be honest, but I'm happy that... I don't remember if it's in the real shot, but the smoke effect is super cool. You know, it just seems as if something just died away and then the smoke is the last bit that's going to be there. Really nice. I hope they kept it in the video. I totally forgot now, but they didn't say cut or stop. They're continuing. You see? It wasn't 100% expected, but it turned out beautiful nonetheless. Really nice. You know, some things you just cannot plan on set. I love it. Fucking great. Like, to be honest, it's just fantastic to look at these type of elements, you know?
성냥팔이손은 잘 모르겠다. 성냥 사세요. 왜 근데 왜 성냥팔이손은 왜 성냥을 팔았을까요?
What is that sound? There's something mechanical moving in the background, and I'm wondering what that is. It must either be someone screwing something, or it must be something big moving, like a robot or something.
남의 집에서 뭐 하시는 거예요? 남의 집에서 뭐 하시는 거예요? 좀 나가셔서 나는 자야 되니까.
잘못 오신 거 아니에요?
택시 아니세요?
It's still fantastic, though. You know, if you think about it, this is all done in the studio. I don't have a problem with it, but the longer I'm watching this video, it really just seems as if I'm in a house, which is just fantastic.
저 이트가 안 임신데요.
네, 고생하셨습니다.
Really nice. Really good job here. I also love the connection between all the members. You know, you can see they like to tease each other. They want to help each other. They can be serious with one another. They really know how to break those small little barriers, which is really cool.
알아서 하고 갈게요.
궁금해서 그래요.
저는
I would really just love, and I'm just telling you guys about it. So, again, with Patreon, you know, I'm trying to build up a studio. So I have the location ready, and I'm trying to see what I can do there. So if you guys want to help out with the studio that I want to build, then please go for it. You know, the link and everything to my Patreon is down below, but it really is my end goal to have something like this where I can literally get people in to film certain segments and show you guys how to film certain scenarios. And if you want to support it, go ahead. It's still in progress on me trying to see how I want to do it, because I want to make it a room that's as functional as possible. But we'll see how that's going to run out still. So if you do want to support, make sure to hit on the Patreon and link is down below, or just join the Discord. You know, there's also a lot of people down there that want to help out and just talk about different topics, and it's really cool. You know, we have some really cool people that are willing to, you know, share their information with other people, and I like that about the community. It's really awesome. So make sure to check out all the links down below. Let's continue again. Man, I don't want to do a middle ad segment, you know, to my videos, but I just wanted to add that information to it. Especially when you look at these small scenarios. It's really just nice, you know? Really nice. Really, really nice. Again, you can also see that golden ratio here. So you more or less need to think about like this. It goes like this, and then it focuses more on this areas, you know? So there we go. And the focus is here. It's just much more pleasing to the eye, and that's true. If something is centralized, it's just a bit boring, but I like it. And I also like what they did with the sparkle effect, because the sparkles are really random. No light can mimic that sparkler. You know, it's just really nice. And also you can see some of the sparks. Really good shots.
와, 이거 되게 예쁘게 이렇게 불빛.
You see? It really lights up in a pretty way, because it does.
예쁘게 목주름.
It's small elements like that can make a video so much more, I don't want to say the word intimate, but it can make it just so much more interesting to look at, because, like I say, fire, for example, is an element that creates a very interesting type of lighting. And if you have an opportunity to use fire instead of lights, use fire. Fire has a much more unique touch to its way of looking on set.
이거 기술이 발달하면 안 돼. 카메라가 너무 좋아져. 너무 자세히 나와.
Yep, cameras are getting really detailed, no? Like, really detailed. Then again, I want to stop there for a second. There are some filmmakers out there that still tend to use older technology because it just gives a unique look. There are even filmmakers that use the film, you know, literally the roll, and then it goes through the camera. They also just exist still because there is a unique look to it that you just cannot mimic straight out of the camera, but you can get it with those older type of technologies. It's a style you need to look for. If you like it, you like it. I'm not a big fan of it purely because it just takes so much time to prepare all technology, and I just have my workflow, and I want to make sure that it's also efficient for myself. Lovely shots. You can also see with the sparkles here, and then all of a sudden the beamer or the projector also putting more sparkles on him. Really nice. Really cool. See? Fire just has a very unique way of working, and you can see it here as well. So it just gives a very unique feel to his body. Look, it has a constant, if that even makes sense. On top of that, I don't know what they're using here, but is that a real fire pit? Most likely not. I have a feeling it's gas, and they're using metal type looking wood sticks, because if they were using wood, the wood would really be burning now, no? But they don't burn, so it's nice to see what technology we have.
좋습니다. 저희 여기에서 조명 하나만 더 넣고 갈게요.
또 뭐 필요하지? 아니 아까 고기 얘기하길래 삼겹에 목살에 모듬쌈. 자.
There's something I learned, by the way, when I was back in school when we were doing drama lessons. If you were someone and you needed to do some singing or remember your words, but you were someone that was able to hold like a book, like it was one of the props, you can be very lucky because you can put the words directly on there. So if you have a spot and you need to be singing or you have to be saying some words and you don't remember it, ask for a prop that makes you look as if you need to hold something. It really helps. I bet, you know, in this scenario, he does know what he has to say and what he has to do, but it's something that is mentioned because he is holding something and he is reading something. I don't even know if there's something on the paper. It looks like it's empty, but the point is it might help you out on a set as well.
목살에 모듬쌈. 자, 판 올려.
Beautiful. You can just see the beauty of the fire. I really just adore this element. It just looks great. And you can also see one of the biggest parts in this video is that they, you know, you have that main segment where they're all together, and the hardest segment now is actually doing them all individually. It just takes time to set this all up. Like, to be a cameraman here, or the people preparing all of this, they have it the hardest. Every member only has to be there for a couple of hours, while the camera crew have to really just pull through the entire night. It's a little bit exhausting, you know, but I hope they did this over a couple of days, especially with such a long lead time. I mean, they filmed this in the start of the year, or the little bit before the new year, so I really hope they had enough time, you know, to film this. Not that everything was cramped in a day. That will be terrible.
네, 진짜 좋아요.
Really nice. I also already mentioned it with the lights here. It mimicked basically as if cars were moving by the house. Very nice that they added a touch to it. It just makes the entire scenario, the entire scene here, a little bit more alive. You know, static is okay, but if you have opportunity to make it look as if, you know, items are moving, cars are going past, that's very nice. I'm happy they went with that route actually.
오늘도 마지막 엔딩.
Yeah, and the mood was really nice and wintry. Very nice. You can actually see, wait, let me have a look. You can actually see how long they have been recording. So 6 hours, 22 minutes and 40, no, wait, what? Huh? Wait, what? What's going on here? Okay, seconds, minutes, hours. So you do not see it. It's basically behind me, but they have been recording for 6 hours, 6.5 hours, basically. You know, for one video, you might think, damn, that's long, but you have to include all the intersections as well, you know, where they took breaks, putting up new props, blah, 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 blah. 6.5 hours of film can easily be 2-3 days of filming in total. The one thing I didn't notice is that every member at one moment leaves the house. I didn't notice this in the video, but it's nice that I can recognize it now. It just adds a little bit more to the storytelling. I'm happy I'm watching this because it just helps me understand the story a little bit better, you know? You can also actually see with this camera that at certain elements you can just see how their face actually looks. Let's see here, for example, you can see, you know, the what do you call it? The small details on the face. I forgot what they're actually called. Man, there's a word for it. It doesn't even matter, but it's nice that you can see the details in the face. I like details, and then in the real MV, they're going to soften this out completely or do something with it to make it look really artificial. I'm not a big fan of it. I know they don't do it too much. I didn't notice it in the MV, to be honest, but it's still sad that a lot of MVs, a lot of different groups still do it. It's not needed. It doesn't even help anything, to be honest.
컬린 뮤비 촬영이 이제 끝났어요. 물론 세트한 후에 이뻤고 노래 너무 좋고 그래서 좋은 결과물이 나올 거라고 생각을 하고요. 빨리 뭔가 여러분들에게 날씨가 따뜻해지기 전에 컬린 뮤직비디오를 공개해서 빨리 22년을 따뜻한 마음으로 시작을 하셨으면 좋겠어요.
Why was it delayed though? Like, why was the MV delayed so heavily? It really seems as if they were trying to release this in January, but did they not just release this like, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but did they not release this like 2 weeks ago? Am I mistaken, or did I just review it late? Could be either or.
컬린과 함께 여러분들 마음이 더 따뜻해지는 한 해 되시길 바라겠습니다.
But I really enjoy the song though. It's really, really pleasant. Like, this MV just, just warms me up a little bit, especially how shitty the world is at the moment. Corona is slowly disappearing, and now we have war in Eastern Europe. It's all crappy. So this video actually did make me happy. It's a good video, but I'm even more happier to even see what they did in the behind the scenes. It just helped me a little bit more with the entire aesthetic of, what is happening, what did they do in the background, what is the flow on how they filmed everything. It's very interesting because it just helps you as well with management. Only because you have to film something, it's also just better that you need to plan what happens when do we film what, at what hour do we film X, and what hour do we film Y. In other words, what member then, what member then. Make blocks, make segments. It helps much, much more with filming. And I'm happy that they went with this route. It really seems as if with Super Junior, they just organized it really, really well. And it seems like they had a really good time as well. I mean, guys, what do you actually think of it? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? I want to hear your opinion as well on it. I want to just, let this be your moment as well to talk in the chat. Like, tell me what you think about it. Give them some recognition. Tell them some updates. Like, what do you think is good about it? What do you think is bad about it? Tell me all those details, because, hey, you never know. Maybe Super Junior is going to look at this video one day. They might even read your comments. So it might make a difference, And I can imagine that there are people from the agency that are going to be looking at, what are other people saying about the MV. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what you guys have to say as well. I really just enjoyed the MV. There were some elements that, like I said, the color temperature between outside being very cold and very inside was very warm. I didn't really understand that. But for the entirety, for the entirety, not for the entirety of the video, it was really just a pleasant video to look at. And it was just very, heartwarming, whether you understand it or not. It was just a very heartwarming song, and it makes you really as if you want to sit in front of the fire with a little bit of chocolate milk, put it in your tummy, get a little bit comfy, get a little bit fat, we want that, we want to enjoy life. And I think that's really possible with Super Junior. They're really accomplishing that. So hats off to Super Junior, hats off to this video, hats off to all of them, being in it, and doing what they have to do, and creating an aim. I like that. It seems they really want to put their ambitions and their ideas into the MV to make sure that they are understandable quite easy by the viewers, aka us. So I'm really happy about it. Okay, guys, I am going to leave the video open for a couple of minutes. If you do want to talk about anything, put it in the chat. I will be there. I'll put all the links in the next scene. But for now, guys, I just want to say thank you very much. I don't know how long this video is, but I think it's quite long. And I'll see you on the next videos, and make sure to put your recommendations as well on what you're going to look at next. Okay, if there's anything that I missed, put it down. It could be a very cool video, and I'll see you on the next video. Guys, enjoy your Sunday. Have a good start to the week if you're already in Asia, most likely, and I'll see you around. Okay, see you then, guys.